All right, so this is the replay we want. It's the 4th one and then 8th one. There it is. Okay. The replay of the night definitely is going to be Bingo on the left, his Vega versus Rogers on the right. Rogers does have a few missing troops, but not a tremendous amount. He's got like 500,000 leadership missing in the first slot, but not major. But this is obviously an interesting replay, which is why we're clipping it. So we're going to let this replay go for a while because something weird is going to happen here. So the first thing we're going to see is that the second slot gets hit really hard. He does trigger defensive stance, but Tyrant Compass, so no attack back, which is fine. Breakdown goes. Oh, that's what happened. Jeez. The breakdown hit really hard. But still not enough to kill him. That's a big breakdown, though. Let's see if this breakdown goes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think Rogers' defensive stance is broken. Yeah, I think it's glitched, man. Check it out. Defensive stance is gone multiple times now. And he's still getting hit hard. So here comes Vega again off the back row with a Scorpio to the front. Should be immune. And he is. Okay. 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 Normal. Normal. All right. Tear space. Dips. Tears ass. Awesome. All right. Here comes an Aquarius. Okay. Nothing there. No breakdown. 723. Doesn't even hit. Dodges. Okay. So what happened? What happened? Serious damage got it. Here comes another breakdown. 0 damage. Okay. Okay. Which makes sense. So how did the... Okay, so the first 2 breakdowns did tremendous damage. Now what we're going to see is Vega is going to start falling behind like in a normal Vega versus Rogers fight. But what we expect is that the blessings or the heal that Vega has, his 20% skill, his quick replenish, is going to trigger off of the awakenings, which basically do 0 damage to him, and he just heals. So he'll stay alive by, instead of totally avoiding damage, he'll be taking minor damage and healing off of it. So there's a Libra. That's what we're... Oh, there's a Libra back. Libra, return fire. So here's a quick replenish. So now he's going to start getting heals on slot 3, at least for 1 round. Not a big deal. That one's like maxed out. But he is missing on Rogers' 3rd slot. So at this point, I'm a little concerned. I think this replay is glitched. That's what I was watching the other replay thinking to myself. Here comes the heal again. I love that double heal. And then he'll heal again. Quick replenish is amazing. Of course, you have to survive the hit. But, okay, so another quick replenish up there. The question, though... Oh, he nailed him hard. What is going on here? Whoa! Do we need to count these defensive stances? Is Rogers not hitting his defensive stances? I mean, don't get me wrong, it happens. Rogers does occasionally miss defensive stance and loses his immunity. That's how Rogers versus Rogers fights lose troops, after the first round. It does happen, but to the point where that Vega can beat him, it makes you wonder if all Rogers should start running at least 1 Titan, because you need some damage to finish your opponent off, because these heals that Vega's getting aren't substantial. But look at that. He'll be staying... He's at 723 in slot 2. And I think if he lands a quick replenish, he's going to get that. He's going to keep healing back up. The lower Vega is, the more his heal heals him for, as long as he doesn't die. So, there's a heal. Here comes another heal. It's huge. It's super huge. And Rogers is never going to one-shot him. Hell, he's not even going to 3-shot him. So, the chances of him triggering a blessing of 1 in 20 or 1 in 20% plus the awakenings when he does get hit, I mean, yeah, it makes sense that he stays alive. Rogers does need more damage. That's just the answer here. Although this is definitely not the norm. This is irregular, this replay. This is the most interesting replay of Vega versus Rogers I've ever seen. Didn't even know this was possible. I thought, I thought at least 9 out of 10 times Vega would lose this. Maybe he does. Maybe this is just the absolute exception, but it's clear that... I don't know. Is it clear? It's not clear that Vega's winning. Vega definitely started off strong, but the last 5 rounds, really, Rogers hasn't changed, and Vega does look like he's getting dwindled down. At this point, it's a pretty even fight. It's pretty even, and Rogers started with less troops. But somewhere along the line, Vega starts getting way ahead. Like, way ahead. I just don't know when. We're going to see. It's a long replay. Very long replay. Normally in these live streams, it's like we never watch these replays for very long. We just watch who wins, look at the numbers, moving on to the next one, because we kind of know the meta, we know the math, but this is interesting. And, you know, there's also something to be said about gear, right? I don't know what kind of gear Old Emperor has. I know that Bingo has amazing gear, like best in slot, best player in the game gear. But apparently Letter from TNB has better gear than 66 does. So could it be possible that, I don't know, Bingo's gear is not as great as we thought it was? There's a big hit. Vega is taking a beating, man. Vega is not doing as well as we thought. So is this a glitched replay? Could be. It certainly could be. Let me write a note down here, just a minute. Okay. 20 damage. I mean, he's healing more than he's taking damage. He's taking damage, but mathematically... Oh! Oh! Did you see that? He just one-shot that slot. Oh, man. Are you kidding me right now? So Roger's defensive stack must have fell off. And now he's down to 5 troops, means it's even more likely. Oh, man. Well, we finally saw it. Is it a glitch, or did Rogers just not trigger his defensive stance? Oh, and, well, there Rogers finally got a piece of action. Wait a minute. Well, yeah, that's about right. That was a tear space. Yeah, a full slot of tear space. Okay, okay. Gemini, and here comes a tear space. And that heal's crazy. Vega's so good, dude. I love Vega. Okay. Gemini does not trigger tear space twice. I should probably zoom out, huh? Here we go. So Roger being down to 4 troops only has 4 chances to trigger defensive stack. So he's not going to be invulnerable much longer. This is going to be this replay is going to end in the next few minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and watch it all the way through. And I can't wait to go back and watch this clip because I want to see that round. Rogers obviously did not trigger defensive stack to go immune, and he just got crushed by Vega's breakdowns, back-to-back breakdowns, which is exactly what Vega needed. Just, man, he just survived the onslaught and had enough troops, and just the timing was perfect. There was just this tiny window where not only did Rogers go non-immune, but Vega also hit the breakdowns, which is what he needed, and a Scorpio breakdown. And that's what it did. If you take away 2 of Rogers' troop stacks, you will win the fight. So I hope Bingo didn't see this and go, oh, I have the answer to Rogers. It's Vega. No, sometimes you might get lucky, but certainly not the usual. I'll take Rogers all day in this matchup, but I'd like to make sure it wasn't a glitch. Sometimes a skill will trigger and the math is wrong. Because remember, these battles are calculated like in an instant. And then when you watch the replay, it just takes the mathematical replay or whatever and breaks it into a video. It's not saved as a video. It's done locally on your client. So it could be a glitch. It could have been a glitch. Huge hits here, and he's still immune, but it won't last long. So let's see. Let's watch for the death blow. We're watching Rogers. No defensive stats. No defensive stance. All right, so no defensive stack triggered there, but he is healing. Oh, man. It is now equal again, except obviously Rogers is at the huge disadvantage. All right, so there's first hit, second hit. All right, there's a defensive stance, so that'll help him winter the storm. But he needs to trigger it every single time. Rogers needs it every single time. Come on. Come on. Ooh, man, that was a beating. Oh, that's a beating. Oof. Oh, there goes Rogers. No defensive stance. No defensive stance. So he's down 2. Down 2. What's up, Russell? We're watching this replay way too intensely. All right, there's 2 down. So Rogers needs to land a defense. Oh, man, that's it. Uh-oh. This is the end, boys. This is the end. Rogers can't go immune anymore. He's only got 2 stacks up. 1 stack up. Oh, boy. Oh, here comes... Once Vega starts landing... There's the defensive stance. Once Vega lands another breakdown, we are going to see some serious punishment. Serious punishment. Here comes a breakdown. Here comes a breakdown. There's Scorpio. Libra. I actually have Vega winning this matchup, no doubt about it. 3 versus 3 because Rogers can't go defensive. It's like, at this point, Rogers is just like a turtle commander with no immunity. He's going to get his ass beat. I think Vega loses like 50 more troops at most. Maybe it gains troops. Could be people causing abnormalities in the code because of all the people sending resources. I don't know how to explain that with, programmer language, but this is certainly a strange one. I just got to rewatch the replay. Maybe it was just absolute crazy luck. All right, Rogers, no defensive stance, no defensive stance, no defensive stance. Oh, man, watching Rogers die like this is painful. Defensive stance, got it. Jeez. It's like he's mitigating a lot of the damage, but he doesn't hit hard enough, and Vega's out healing him. Vega's troop numbers are just staying where they're at, and Rogers are slowly dwindling down. Crazy. All right, Crouton Bomb. Change the name. Thank you, sir. My man. Okay. 1136. Oh, the damage continues. Those tear spaces, they hurt really hard. And when Rogers is immune, they do nothing. But when Rogers is only partially immune, tear space is tearing ass, man. Here comes a breakdown. Oh, God. And a Scorpio. Oh, God. Oh, 500 units. 490 units. 490 units. Jeez. Versus Roger doing 3. Oh, well, there's the tear space. Okay. Here comes a quick replenish, so he'll keep his troop numbers back up. No defensive stack. Rogers does not trigger defensive stance. Oh, man. Here comes a breakdown. Here comes a Scorpio. Oh, this could be the one. Oh! Busted. That's it. That's the end of the replay, boys and girls. Wow. Damn. Wow, dude. Well, remember the Dawn of Vega, Season 6? Season 5? That's why we announced this commander was the official answer. One slot busting Rogers. One slot busting anyone. This is Vega, man. He's super powerful. And even in a toe-to-toe fight with Rogers, occasionally he can get the W. So, well, very cool. Very cool replay. Glad we could see it. Thanks for sharing Bingo and Old Emperor. Awesome. All right, what's the next replay? Anyone have a good replay for me?